Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very important topic to discuss, and it's a question that I get all the time. It's a question, the world wants to know. How often should I wash my hair? Hope you guys don't mind me coming to you today in my baseball cap. Today is like a real wash day for me, and I wanted to answer the question for you guys. How often should you wash your hair? And actually, I did a poll on Instagram and I asked you guys, how often do you wash your hair? Number one answer was every 2 to 3 days. Number two answer was once a week. The number three answer was every 2 weeks or longer. And then the least popular answer was every single day. So I have to say, I'm actually proud of you guys because in most cases, you should not wash your hair every day, but there are some exceptions. We are going to get into that now, so if you are not subscribed to my channel, please take a moment to subscribe. I upload new videos every single week. You won't regret it. If you want to know how often you should wash your hair, first thing you want to do is identify your hair texture, okay? Is your hair straight, wavy, curly, or even coily, okay? Where on the spectrum do you fall? So as a rule of thumb, the straighter your hair is, the more you can wash it. And even if your hair is super straight, typically, you're going to want to wash your hair more often, okay? And the curlier, coilier, if that's even a word, your hair is, the less you have to wash your hair. I don't have my handy dandy notebook here today, but I have a sheet of paper, a handy dandy sheet of paper. So basically, if you are looking at a hair strand, pretend this is a strand of hair, okay? So this is a strand of hair. Pretend it's growing out of my head. Okay, so anyway, let me act serious, you guys. Okay, so this strand of hair is growing out of my head. So if you look at a strand of hair this way, right? Pretend this is like your hair follicle, okay? We're playing pretend today. Okay, anyway. So this is your hair follicle. If your hair follicle is more round, you're going to have straighter hair, okay? So girls with straight hair, or guys, I keep saying girls. Sorry, I don't mean to discriminate, okay? People with straight hair have round hair follicles. I'm actually going to fold it the hamburger way. Do you guys remember that from school? When you folded paper the hot dog way, or else fold it the hamburger way? I asked somebody if they knew about that. Like, I feel like I asked somebody that like last year and they were like, no, what are you talking about? And then I was just like, what the heck? Like, how'd you grow up? Anyway, totally off subject. So let's do it this way so it's larger. Okay, so again, straight hair is going to be more of a perfect round circle like that. Now, the curlier your hair is, your hair follicle is going to be more flat like that, okay? And depending on how round or how flat your hair follicle is will determine your hair texture. Oil is released through our scalp and it travels down our hair, okay? And in my opinion, there's really nothing better than your natural oils, but I'll get more into that later. So basically, if your hair is straight and that oil is coming out of your scalp, then it's going to travel fast down your hair strand, and therefore your hair is going to get oily faster. It's going to get even greasy faster, which I guess is the same thing, and you're going to be more tempted to wash your hair more often. Now, I don't have a spiral piece of paper or anything like that, unfortunately. When oil travels down from your hair follicle, if you have curly hair, it's going to have to go around this entire spiral. It has to go like that, okay? So it's going to take a little bit longer for your hair to get oily, and therefore you can go longer, okay? And that's also why if you have curly hair or wavy hair anywhere on that spectrum, more often than not, you're going to have drier hair, drier ends. Another thing that I want to mention is a lot of girls think that their hair is greasy when it's not. And I feel like, and I notice this a lot because every time I do somebody's hair, not every time, but a lot of the times people will come in, they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I have to warn you, my hair is so oily and greasy and things like that. And like I'll detangle their hair before I start whatever service. And I'm like, no, like this isn't oily at all. So, and I know that those people are going to wash their hair more often than they should because they think that their hair is oily. Okay, you guys? So I also want to mention there's nothing wrong with having a little oil in your hair. You know, you don't have to wash your hair every single day. If anything, if you really cannot stand not washing your hair every single day, then a way that I try to get my clients to go a little bit longer, if they're a daily washer and I know like they just shouldn't be at all, then try doing a bun the next day. That's what I do. And I thought everybody does that, but apparently there are people in the world who really wash their hair and blow dry it every day. And I'm like, I don't know how you do that. Regardless of your texture, that would drive me insane. Like that is just doing way too much, okay? Just put your hair up in a bun. And I also like to tell my clients to use this as an opportunity to maybe deep condition your hair. What I like to do on my pre-wash days is I like to put coconut oil or something on the ends of my hair, then wear my hair up in a bun the whole day, and then the next day I'll wash my hair, okay? So don't be afraid of the grease. Don't be afraid of the oil. It is actually really, really good for your hair, especially if you use heat on your hair, especially if you dye your hair, things like that. But just everybody, if you have hair on your head, your natural oils are the best thing for your hair. Another thing that I want to mention is I know there are people out there who your first question is, ew, so you mean you don't shower every day? For those people out there who feel the need to say, oh, I didn't wash my hair today, but I took a shower. To me, it's common sense. Like, that's what shower caps are for, okay? So if this whole concept of going longer without washing your hair is completely foreign to you, then I urge you to go out and get some clips to clip your hair up or whatever, and then put a shower cap on when you take a shower, and your life will be changed. You don't have to wash your hair every single time you take a shower, okay? And the topic of everyday daily washers, okay? So I feel like that is a small percentage of people who actually have to do that. And, you know, the topic of race comes up in hair because different races have different hair, okay? So I guess that's a low-key trigger warning, but that's weird to me that people like, oh, don't talk about race. Like, no. It's a reality of life, okay? So anyway, what I was going to say about that is I feel like the only clients that I have that I feel like not even just the ones who wash their hair every day, I would say like Asian girls or guys. Well, I don't have male clients. I just do women's hair. But anyway, like I was saying, the only clients that I see that have to wash their hair every day are like some Asian girls who like have never colored their hair. Their hair is like super healthy, but it just gets greasy, which that's probably why their hair is so healthy. Some of those clients, it's like, okay, I can see how you wash your hair every day. It just gets greasy. And that's another topic. I mean, this is like going off on a tangent, but I talked about this in another video before. I feel like the healthiest hair, typically it's the straightest, the most coarse straight hair is Asian hair, and it's super healthy. It's super strong. I feel like it could take a lot chemically, shampoos, things like that. Not to say if you're Asian watching this and you have pin straight hair and it's coarse and it's like super strong, healthy, I'm not saying go out and just, who cares, just wash your hair with the bar of Dove soap or something like that. But I'm just saying those are the type of clients typically that just in my experience that can wash. As I'm editing this, I realize I forgot to talk about some things that I wanted to talk about. First of all, one, I want to say just because you're a certain race doesn't mean that you have the, I guess, common hair type of your race, because I have done so many different types of people's hairs, okay, and not all Asians have pin straight coarse hair. Some of them have straight hair that is fine. Some of them have curly hair, even, where I'm like, are you mixed? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, girl, there's probably something in your bloodline. You know what I mean? And then a lot of times Caucasian hair tends to fall somewhere in the middle. Obviously, there's Caucasian hair that is curly and frizzy, straight and frizzy, fine hair, coarse hair. For the most part, Caucasian hair is more on the fine side, particularly blonde hair is more fine. And yeah. And also, another topic, not all black people have the same hair. As you guys know, I am mixed. I'm half black, half white. My hair falls more on the black side. And this is why black women or black men, whoever, if you have hair on your head and you're black, you can get away with not washing your hair for a longer period of time, because it just takes a longer time for our hair to get oily, greasy, dirty, all that kind of stuff. So you want to, I mean, there's a lot of information in this video, and you kind of have to look at your own hair and see where you fall. Is your hair colored? Is you know, do you have fine hair? Do you have coarse hair? Do you have curly hair? Do you have straight hair, wavy hair, whatever? There's so many different types of hairs in the world. Another thing I wanted to point out is that some people, I have clients, they're like, oh man, like I wish, you know, they have straight hair. They're like, I wish I didn't have to wash my hair every day. I wish I can go a week long. And I want to point out, everybody, you know, you can't have it all, okay? So there is beauty in having hair on any side of the spectrum. On the side where your hair is pinned straight, can't hold a curl, it's super silky, super healthy. If you try to do an updo, it slips out, you know. The bright side of that is that you have extremely low maintenance hair. Like, you can swim in a chlorine pool and get your hair cut once a year, which I wouldn't recommend, but, you know, get your hair cut once a year and it's not horrible. Versus being on the other end of the spectrum, it's like you have to baby your hair, you have to always hydrate your hair, you have to do this and that, but you can go for a couple weeks without washing your hair. So embrace your hair, love yourself, and yeah, back to the rest of the video. Another little topic I want to discuss too, little subtopic, is in terms of, you know, so there are people who do go 2 weeks or longer without washing their hair. And I want to put something into perspective for those people who kind of are wondering, like, oh my gosh, if you don't wash your hair for a week or 2 or 3 days, aren't you just like reeking and disgusting? I want to put something into perspective for you, okay? Somebody who has straight hair, like their 1 to 2 days is equivalent to somebody with curly hair that's like their 1 week to 2 weeks, okay? Does that make sense? So if I, like for instance, I have naturally curly hair. I straighten it most of the time because it's just easy for me to blow it out and then straighten it and then not wash it for a while. It just fits my lifestyle more than doing the whole natural thing at this point in my life. I'm too busy, and it takes a lot of time, effort, energy, all that kind of stuff. But I have naturally curly hair, and I wash my hair about once every week. And when I explain that to some people, I'm like, if I wash my hair every single day because of my texture, my hair would dry up and break off and fall off. Like, I don't want to know where my life would be if I washed my hair every single day, okay? That's horrible. That is horrible. That would be horrible for my hair, okay? So I just want to put that into perspective for people, because even sometimes you might be watching this and say you have straight hair, but you have a daughter and she has super curly hair, and you just don't even know where to start, where to begin, because it's like it's a whole new world for you. That was like the struggle for my mom, okay? That's why I'm a hairdresser today. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, how often do you wash your hair? I wash my hair once a week, and I'll put a picture of myself with my curly hair, like probably here. How do we look? Twinsies. Like I said, as a guide, straight hair more often, and then somewhere in the middle, and then curly hair less often. Leave me a comment down below, let me know. And then what's your wash routine? Like, do you blow dry your hair and flat iron it? Do you just blow it out? Do you air dry? Let me know, I want to know, okay? And leave me comments down below, let me know what you guys would like me to film next. And follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and Twitter. And actually, after I'm filming this video, I am getting ready to go buy some stuff for a contest that I want to hold for either my next video or maybe the next week's video. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like it, share it. Everybody has to join in. Everybody has to join in on these important hair conversations, okay? You wear your hair every single day. All right, it is just, it's so important. I can't stress it enough. So that's it for this video. You guys will see me in my next. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.